Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hit the like button. Can you hear me? Hit the like button. About to get started. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Can you hear me?
Hello, how are you guys?
Men, alright.
Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Deb.
Before I continue with my message, thank you, Sister Avanti. $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
But you got my 40, homie.
I thought you had $200.
I do, but I won't spend Red's money.
You're going to come up to me and hug my neck and kiss me and say, thank you, thank you, thank you for getting that money out of my pocket.
Oh, I'll just hold on to my money because, there's hardship. Be careful.
You need to make a vow of faith of $1,000. Oh, Bob, couldn't you say 25? No! You can't make a $1,000 vow of faith. I'm saying in faith.
Tithe! Give money and you'll get the blessing. If you don't, nothing for you.
Put some anointing on this money. You put something up here. You put... Woo! Prosper. Prosper, I said. See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. I don't want to hear no more excuses about what y'all can't afford. You can't afford it because you don't see the value here.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Donations. 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 Donations.
Thank you, Lord. You say you want to make a $500 vow? Then do it. Then do it. If that takes faith for you, do it. You want to make a $100 vow or two? If that takes faith, see, I like 1,000 because I know I got you. I got you into faith.
Yeah. Check this. Hit the like button. The more people like, the more new people are coming to the stream. If you want me to stay on 2 hours tonight, I'm looking to meet a $15 live stream goal. Whatever you can give is greatly appreciated. $5 makes you the live stream sponsor, king or queen of the stream. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Cash App is pinned to the top of the chat. Or you could do Super Chat, Super Sticker, which is the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. You know? But yeah, just please hit the like button. Shout out to Mr. Bang Your Mom. Let's get into some goofy shit. Cute girl here. We got a cute girl here. At least I think. Y'all gonna let me know what you think. Big points off for the Nose Ring Chronicles. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles. Metal in her face. Yeah, she's a disgrace. It's the Nose Ring Chronicles. Definitely points off for that though. This is definitely the girl next door look. Her shirt says that she's conservative. That's a conservative ass shirt if I've ever seen one. Um, what are we rating her on a scale from 1 to 10? This is that cute look that a lot of guys like. This is that cute look that can sometimes supersede the 9 or 10 sexy look. This is that cute 7.5 look that men love. Or y'all could disagree with me below. I'll give her a strong I mean, let me think about it for a second. This is tough. I like her look. I say a strong 7 or 8, depending, on the day. Strong 7 or 8. All right. Anyway, let's see what she has to say. I'm sure it'll be very profound.
Dell. If you clicked on this video, hi everyone, how's it going? It's Dell. If you clicked on this video, then there's a chance that you're like me. Maybe you suck at dating. Maybe you think that dating seems complicated when, it should be a seemingly simple thing. At least it seems pretty simple for other people. But for me, I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Well, she's definitely not conservative. Yeah. She's definitely not conservative. The nose ring tells us that. Despite the conservative polka dot, you know, fuchsia hoodie or whatever the color that is, the nose ring says a different story. He can't be any older than max 25. That's max. Um, Nose rings are usually associated with body counts in the dozens, you know, 24, 36, 48. Usually about the dozens is how you can count the body count when they got the nose ring. But I wish a part of us, we hope it isn't true because she got the cute girl next door look. But you got to pay attention to the dead giveaways. You got to pay attention to the physical red flags. Can't be mad at nobody if you get fucked over, played, tricked, if you ignore the blaring red flag that is nose rings and bull rings. She had the perfect face for the cute, good girl life, though. But she rejected it. Bad boy dick was too alluring. So, before she even really get deep into this, look, we already know what the issue is. This girl, very cute, inbox full, had every opportunity to pick. Look, here's the thing. Let me be clear about this. Some of the nice guys, so to speak, or good guys, they actually are tall and handsome. She had her pick of even a tall, handsome, good guy. And let's be very clear, I always say this on my streams. Every girl from young ages, from a little girl, know who the good boys are and who the bad boys are. It's not this weird mystery why they keep getting tricked. They know who the good guys and bad guys are. Let's just continue. But she refused to pick one of the good guys. She refused to pick even one of the taller good guys or better looking good guys. She refused to pick them. That's why she's struggling. I don't want to hear anything else. Young, cute girls don't struggle on a dating market unless they create their own struggle by chasing the same fucking guys that every chick in the school or in the college is chasing. And I don't know if they slow or what, but after getting played 1 or 2 times, wouldn't you learn your lesson? Let's hear her out.
I don't know. I can't figure it out. If you're new here, I'm Dell. I'm 25 years old.
How did I know? I knew that was her max. I would be blown away even if she was 26. I said she was 25 max. So, is anybody pissed off that I'm not letting this shit play? I love those eyes. Those eyes are mesmerizing. I'll give it to her. I'm not a hater. Those eyes are beautiful. I'll give it to her. Can't front on her. Beautiful fucking eyes. You can get lost to them. Too bad she's probably a whore. But look, I don't know for sure, but the fact that she's sitting in the car making a video talking about how she's struggling dating, being this young and cute, yeah, a safe bet would be that she's a whore. Run it back. I don't know if I was gonna say something and forgot, but let's get back into it. What we looking like? 8 people watching, 5 likes. Okay.
Dell. I'm 25 years old. I live in the middle of Wisconsin, so that's basically the middle of nowhere. I've made videos in the past where I've talked about dating before, and you know, if you're an OG subscriber, then chances are you may have found my channel because of me talking about dating. As of recently, though, I haven't been talking much about dating on this channel, and to be honest, I haven't really been thinking about it a whole lot either. I have not been feeling like myself lately. I have been tired. I have not been feeling well. And it turns out that I am chronically ill. I was diagnosed with EDS, that stands for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I also have some of its friends. For me, a big one is POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And you know, when you're struggling with these things, it can make dating very difficult.
Somebody please educate me. Okay, I feel bad for saying anything about her being a whore now. God, can you forgive me for that? Just going by what it usually is like when I go over these chicks or what they usually turn out to be. I mean, I guess to be fair, she still could be a whore, but I feel bad now. I feel bad. Maybe I should let them talk before I hint at them being whores. Can anybody educate me on what any of that is? Let's look it up. We got time. We ain't doing nothing else, right? So what was the first? What?
Friends. For me, I also have some stands for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome with EDS. That stands
EDS and POTS. Okay. What is this? EDS is a genetic condition that weakens your body's connective tissue. It commonly affects your skin and joints. There's no cure, but your healthcare provider will help you find treatments to manage the symptoms and prevent dangerous complications. Uh-oh. Outlook and prognosis. Okay. What should I expect to manage with having EDS? Yeah. You should expect to manage EDS for the rest of your life. There's no cure. Well, that's fucked up. But you should be able to participate in all your normal activities once you learn how to manage the symptoms. EDS affects everyone differently. What you experience depends on which type you have and how it affects your body. Ask your provider what to expect, yada yada. Yeah. Living with EDS can be hard work. It's okay to feel frustrated sometimes, but try to give yourself credit too, even for the small wins. You deserve to feel safe and confident in your daily routine and during your favorite activities, and you should be able to once you learn to make any modifications you might need. Don't be afraid to ask questions or talk to your provider. EDS can cause subtle symptoms, especially at first. Trust yourself and trust your body. Talk to your provider. So this really didn't tell me. I guess it ain't that bad because it haven't. Let's see. Complications, curved limbs. All right. Heart valve problems, that's not good. Scoliosis, I'm pretty sure that's not good. Thin corneas, I don't know if that matters much. I don't know. Okay, let's look up POTS real quick. Then we're gonna get back into the ridiculous nonsense. Just slow down the stream like this, but we learning something new over here on MDC. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, POTS is a condition that causes a number of symptoms when you transition from lying down to standing up, such as fast heart rate, dizziness, and fatigue. And that kind of, I mean, it's annoying. While there's no cure, several treatments and lifestyle changes can help manage the symptoms of POTS. Okay, that's all right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, POTS isn't life threatening. It can greatly interfere with daily living and tasks. The good news is that a variety of treatments and strategies can help improve symptoms. Fainting, forgetfulness, heart palpitations, exhaustion, fatigue, feeling nervous and anxious, shakiness, shortness of breath, chest pain, headaches, feeling sick, bloating. I mean, it sucks. It sucks, man. Sometimes I struggle with some of these symptoms. I don't know what it is, but it definitely it weighs on your mental health because you're like, is something wrong with me more serious? It could fuck with you. So okay, I'm sympathetic. Let's see if she can keep my sympathy the rest of the video.
Turns out that I am chronically ill. I was diagnosed with EDS, that stands for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and I also have some of its friends. For me, a big one is POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And when you're struggling with these things, it can make dating very difficult, especially when you're in the stage that I'm in, where I'm just now learning that I have these things. I'm trying to figure out how to manage these conditions and get feeling better. So because of that, I have not been trying to date. I have not been seeking out dates, and I have not really been thinking about dating because I've been preoccupied. I've been focusing on myself and trying to get myself feeling better. As far as my health goes, though, I will say this last week, I've been feeling quite a bit better. I think I'm making some progress in figuring out how to manage my POTS symptoms. So I actually have been able to leave my house and do some things. And for a while, I was not leaving my house. I was just lying around in bed doing absolutely nothing, completely sheltering myself from the outside world. It was bad. I was basically bedridden. But today I got up, I went and got my hair done. And do I feel great? No, I have chronic illness. I'm never gonna feel, good, whatever that means. But in comparison, I have more energy. I think that the things that I've been doing to try to manage my health conditions is actually working somewhat. I've still got a lot to learn, but for the first time in a long time, I've been able to do stuff again. Anyway, I will go into detail about all of that more in another video. Today, we're talking about dating. We're talking about the struggles of dating. I remember growing up as a kid, I don't know why I always had this image in my head, but I thought for sure, I thought this was set in stone, something that was for sure gonna happen. I pictured myself getting married at a very young age. And maybe that's because my mom got married at 19. But for some reason, I just always thought that was gonna happen for me. That's how it was gonna go. But spoiler alert, that is not how things went. I am 25 now. I am very single. And when it comes to dating, I have not figured it out. Is there something I'm missing?
Look, trying to be sensitive here. Have you figured out sex? That's what I always want to know. Like, have you figured out sex but not figured out relationships? She's probably not going to dive into that, but it's very pertinent information when making an assessment on all this. But let's hear her out.
I'm very much an introverted type of person. That definitely probably plays a role in my struggles when it comes to dating, because I don't know why, but when I meet someone, it is so hard for me to be myself at first. I don't know why that is. I know that I can come across as a bit shy, a bit quiet, and I feel like I have a really hard time putting myself out there, putting my best foot forward. And that sometimes gives people the wrong impression. I don't know why this is, but I, a lot of the time, need time to warm up to someone. It takes me a little bit to feel comfortable with someone. And after hanging out with someone a few times, then my personality starts to come out and I feel like I finally start acting like my true self. But when it comes to dating, a lot of the time, you only get one shot. You get the one date and then, if you're maybe a little shy, maybe not putting your best foot forward, that's the impression that they're going to get of you. I know for a fact that there have been times where I didn't leave the greatest impression on a first date, and like I said, that was it. And they never got to know the real me. I also just feel like I have dealt with some strange people when it comes to dating. I mean, maybe we all have, but I feel like for me,
I'm like, okay, but you just spent, 3 minutes telling us how you're essentially strange. I mean, did you forget that? You sound pretty strange, man. So I guess like attracts like. I mean, maybe you shouldn't be so judgmental. You don't want people to be judgmental of your, shy, introverted nature, right? So, okay, that rubbed me the wrong way, but let's continue.
maybe we all have, but I feel like for me specifically, I have just ended up in some of the weirdest situations. I mean, I literally went on a date with a real live pharaoh. If you're an OG, maybe you've seen that video. But my friends have literally even said to me that I have the worst luck when it comes to dating, and that these situations that I end up in, it seems like it's only happening to me. Like, the amount of times these situations have occurred, like just the most insane, strange, bizarre situations. It's like there's something in the universe that's pulling these people to me. And I can take accountability. I know some of the things that happened were due to my poor choices and, ignoring things that were a bit off or a bit weird. But then some of them, like seriously straight up, have just been out of my control completely. And then another thing is, I feel like people these days, they don't take dating seriously. I mean, that's okay.
It's bullshit. So let's rewind that. I'm gonna break something down real quick.
Were a bit off or a bit weird to me. And I can take accountability. I know some of the things that happened were due to my poor choices and, ignoring things that were a bit off or
Now, why do you think she ignored things that were a bit off? Because those guys were fucking tall and hot. Women, look, especially cute girls like this, they're not letting red flags slide with average Joe Blow. Average Joe Blow getting cut off. Well, average Joe Blow probably not even getting a date accepted. What do I always tell y'all, especially with cute girls? The bare minimum is you to be a 9 or 10 in looks for a lot of these young cute girls. That's the bare minimum. That's for you to even qualify to get put on the chopping block. You got to be a 9 or 10. Even if you're an 8, they consider an 8 slumming it. but essentially what I'm saying is that guy was an 8, 9, or 10, no question, likely a 9 or 10. That's why she ignored red flags. When you're average Joe nice guy, she'll turn your green flags into red flags. She'll find a way to turn your green flags into red flags, let alone letting the actual red flag slide. You see what I'm saying?
and, ignoring things that were a bit off or a bit weird. But then some of them, like seriously straight up, have just been out of my control completely. And then another thing is, I feel like people these days, they don't take dating seriously.
Oh, Chad doesn't take dating seriously because he doesn't have to. At least 80% of the boys who you work with or went to college with or know from high school, they take dating very seriously. They're on the verge of sewer ride because they can't get a bitch. They take dating very seriously. They take girls very seriously, especially at these ages, 24, 25, 26. They're taking women very seriously. So you're telling on yourself. You're fucking telling on yourself. We know the type of guys who don't take pretty girls seriously. That's definitely not 80% of men, especially not 80% of young men.
Out of my control completely. And then another thing is, I feel like people these days, they don't take dating seriously. I mean, that's okay. Not everybody has to settle down and get married and have family or whatever, but a lot of these people just are not taking dating seriously. And some of these people, the disregard that they have for others' time, feelings, it is actually crazy. And besides being chronically ill, I just have not been motivated to want to try to date again because of past experiences. And I know just because I've had bad experiences in the past, that doesn't mean I should give up. But, it is a bit disheartening. And even just some of the things that happen before you even get to the point of going on a date with someone. Like today, a lot of people meet from dating apps. I've tried dating apps before. And, they're probably not the best way to go about dating.
Hold on. I'll be right back, y'all. Bear with me. Even though this isn't that interesting to begin with.
Whole meeting up with a stranger thing. So they're probably not the best way to go about dating. The whole meeting up with a stranger thing. It's a bit weird, right? But like, where do you go to meet people in the real world? The last time when I was seriously trying to date led to some not great experiences. I guess these experiences I'm going to bring up aren't just the absolute insane crazy ones I've talked about before on this channel and ones that I have not yet talked about that I could make future videos on. Like, these are more normal, but still not great. So I was talking to this one guy and I had actually met him before in the past. So there was familiarity there. I was already comfortable with him to an extent anyway. Like, it's not the same as if I had just met up with him randomly. We started talking and we were gonna go on a date. I was excited about it. We literally had a day picked out for this date and we had a lot of things in common. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with the band Sleep Token. They are my favorite band ever. And this guy also loves Sleep Token. So I'm like, we got this in common. This is something we can talk about. The date was approaching and like I said before, I was excited about it. And then all of a sudden I get a message from this guy and he was telling me how he's actually seeing some other girl as well. And
Yep. Bingo. She's telling on herself again. I want to be very clear. And then look, I don't have any stats to back this up. Look, 80% of guys, they struggling to get one bitch, let alone I got two bitches on my hook. So this is Chad. More confirmation that this is Chad. Long Stick Rick or Long John Ron or Long John Ron. All Night Mike. That's who this is. It's a real, like, you know what I mean? It's a real struggle for the average 80%er to just get one chick, you know, agreeing to go on a date with him. Not only agreeing to go on a date, I'm excited. She said she was excited to go on a date. And see, this is the problem. The type of men who they're excited to go date are the guys who are the most likely to ghost them or fuck them and duck them. You know, that's the telltale that it's probably not gonna work out. If a woman talking about, "I'm so excited to go on this date," you could just be like, "Oh, it probably ain't gonna work out then." The type of guy that women are excited to go on a date with, it probably ain't gonna work out. I could tell you already.
and he was telling me how he's actually seeing some other girl as well. And I'm trying to remember how this exactly went because it was a little bit ago. I know I had asked him if he wanted to still go on our date, and he was saying that he felt like it was probably moving towards a relationship with this one girl. But then he was like, well, we can attentively still plan on our date. So he wanted to keep our date planned, literally just in case it didn't work out with this one girl. And I told him, yeah, no, that's not going to work for me. I canceled our date. Like, I'm not going to be no backup plan. But, you know, this has happened other times as well. And it's like,
You get with a guy who can't get no bitches. Yeah, because no woman on the planet wants to do that. They want to see that you can pull other bitches before they even like you. They're only gonna like they like a lot of them don't even realize that they're all chasing the same guy. You know, but y'all all chasing the same 5 dudes. I mean, she live in a small town. They're literally probably chasing all the same 10 guys. Yeah, they try to act like they're so desperate and lonely and really want to start a family, but refuse to date. Yeah, 90% of men that are available. But I want a relationship so bad. I want to start I want to start a family so bad. I want to get married so bad. Oh, here's a guy, a bottom 80%. I ain't not that bad. Not that bad.
this has happened other times as well. And it's like, Why do people do this? Like, if you're talking to someone and it seems to be moving towards a relationship and you want to take it seriously with this person, why are you still talking and seeing other people? It's like they're literally just keeping other people around as backup plans.
Exactly. He got it like that. When you 6'3" and look like a fucking model, you can do that. You can do that. And look, she said this has happened multiple times, and she refuses to learn her lesson. She refuses to learn her lesson. But once they get on this Chad chasing hamster wheel, most of them can never get off. And by the time they do get off or can get off, they will never respect the guy she settles for who didn't measure up. Think about it, she's only 25. I mean, that's old. She's old. She's officially an old woman now. For dating and marriage, she's officially old. Women are old at 25 for dating, not just for life in general, but for dating, marriage, kids, building a lifelong bond that a marriage will last forever. That's old. So she's officially hit. She's at the. She's at the. I would say she's at the. She's not at the. Bear with me. I'm trying to think because I have this thing called the five walls of female failure, and sometimes I forget what ages they are because sometimes I switch them up. So I'll go. The ages are 23, 28, or let's just go 23, 30, 35, 40, and 50. 23, 30, 35, 40, and 50. So she's past the first wall, headed towards the second. Now, how many Chads do you think played her? Three, four? She's not going to learn the lesson. Now, here's the thing. Let me read Breg's comment. He says, dating equals I need somebody to support me emotionally, physically, or financially. If you cannot support me at least one of those demands, I'll just move on to find true love. I don't think that's the point she is at now. See, it depends on, I don't know if she's had sex or not. If she hasn't had sex, there might still be hope for her to finally snap out of it. But if she's already had sex with 3 or 4 or 5 men already, it could be over already, which is sad. It's fucking sad. Um, I wonder, does she feel like she has time, like plenty of time to get this figured out? Because she doesn't.
And then also, like I was saying before, when you're chronically ill, that can also bring a lot of challenges to dating. There was this one guy that I was seeing for a while. When was this? I think this was like early spring. My health issues had been affecting me at that point, but they weren't quite as bad as they had been the last few months. This was the last time that I had been seeing someone. And, even then, my health issues weren't as bad, and my chronic illness was causing a lot of problems. What would happen is, maybe one day I'd have a good day, like a better day, where I could go out and do some stuff, and I would see him, and it would be fine. But then, there were a few times where unexpected things happened with my chronic illness and I wasn't able to go out. And there were even a time or two when I couldn't see him at all. And he thought that I was lying. He thought that I was making things up so that way I wouldn't have to see him. He even accused me of lying about my chronic illness. If you're someone who has EDS or POTS, then you know that we can feel really terrible and we still look relatively normal. So yeah, my chronic illness pretty much ruined that whole situation. Yeah, I don't know. Dating these days can really be a struggle. And, I know it's not just me. I know a lot of you are struggling with this too, and it's frustrating. I guess I've rambled on enough for today. If you enjoyed this video or related to anything that I talked about,
I can say is I hope the best for her. I hope she snaps out of this Chad chasing cycle and settle down with some average Joe Blow with a good heart and they can start a wholesome family. That's what I hope. I wouldn't hold my breath though. Um, Let me see. So, hmm, I think we're gonna go over the Rumble. So look, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna play a video, go get something to eat, and then look. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, or if y'all want me to stay on YouTube, let's get the live stream goal met, which is $15. Nothing has been met. Cash App pinned to the top of the chat, or PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or you could do super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. If not, when I get back, we're probably gonna go over the Rumble. Wait, MABW got his videos back again? Let's see. His channel probably still, the first channel probably isn't back again, but did he drop a video talking about it?
I think that's all we need for now. If they have more questions.
Is this the post you were talking about, X? It says this was 5 days ago. Here you go, MABW team. Videos are being restored that were falsely struck. Go just tap the URL and enjoy the watch. That's what's up. That's what's up. He got 2 of his. Okay, that's what's up. Well, I'll be back. Let's get the donations up if y'all want me to stay on YouTube. If not, we're gonna go over to Rumble.
Everyone, I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
I need to get this off my chest. I feel like people are lacking the ability to use common sense, and it's actually becoming an epidemic of stupidity. And I'm not blaming the individuals because I just feel like it's a reflection of the education system basically failing people. Like, I'm genuinely sad for the individuals because it's not their fault, but it's also, I feel, a branch of the what about me-ism, which I can make a whole another video about because I feel like it's just like a phenomenon in and of itself. But yeah, it's a problem. Like,
she does have a point, doesn't she? So I feel like people are like so like stupid. Absolutely, princess. Yeah, good point.
Okay, so I keep getting asked why my relationships didn't work because a lot of people sit here and they feel that I'm an understanding person and I try and learn about people, right? Which I do, okay? Every relationship I've been in, I try and understand each person as much as I can so that I know where they're coming from when things happen, right? But nobody's perfect either, all right? But all I can say is everything that has happened to you guys, being cheated on, lied to, manipulated, gaslighted, all of that, that's happened to all us women too. Like, the things you guys say, the reason we can resonate and understand, and the reason why we say we're going to stay single too, is because the exact same thing happens to us. Guys do it to women as well as women do it to men. And this is why I classify us all as people when it comes to relationships, because it's the same thing happening on both sides. So don't think that women don't understand what you're going through, because we've been through it too.
Okay, fair enough. Bad people on both sides do bad things. Cheat, lie, gaslit, blah blah blah. Now that we understand the problem, how do we fix it? Are you going to start approaching men? Because a lot of men simply gave up. Gave up on women, gave up on dating, gave up on relationships altogether. Why? Not only that they've got cheated on, lied to, gaslit and so on, but they had to listen to you for years saying they're all trash. How you all want to meet at midnight and end all men. How men should start start their lives in prison and work their way out. And sure, maybe you didn't posted a video like that, but did you posted one saying that's not the right way to go about things, or did you laugh because you found it funny? But that's a more generalized problem. On a more personal level, before you try to understand the next person you're gonna be in a relationship with, why not try to understand why all your relationships failed?
100 women versus accountability. Okay, what about 100 men kissing each other?
Let me tell you some shit, okay? These quote-unquote men out here that claim to be spiritual people, spiritual gurus, spiritual teachers, what they actually are unhealed predators who wear the mask of saying spiritual so they can do what they want to women. So they will say all kinds of lure them, and they'll feed off of a woman's powerlessness, weakness. They'll feed off of a woman who is so desperate to be with a safe man. And then they will get in there, they will manipulate. They will do anything to get what they ultimately want. And guess what? For the most part, they want to those women.
No, come on now. I was only inviting you to go to a crystal shop together because I believe in the stuff, something retrograding. And because I'm an Aries and you're a lunatic, we were meant to be together for the rest of our lives. And what we mean weaknesses, I thought you're all empowered. For example, the more nose rings I see, the more I believe in your strength and something. But anyway, I can't really say for sure, but I think she was mad about something. Possibly men, I guess. That's alright. Let's hear it from the women then.
Oh, so you forgot you had a girlfriend today. That's wild. Who are you with right now? Your little study buddy? Don't even play dumb. I saw you smile at that barista this morning. By the way you said thanks. You never say thanks to me like that. That was a flirty thanks. Don't think I didn't notice you following the yoga teacher on Instagram. Yeah, the one with the rainbow flag in her bio. Real subtle, babe. Real subtle. Don't even get me started on last night. You hugged that girl goodbye for like 4 whole seconds. Honestly, I could just leave you right now. But no, I'm loyal. Loyal to your shady ass. Anyway, call me back. Or I'm deleting your Spotify playlist and telling everyone at Pride that you clap off B, drink Tegan and Sarah. Love you. You're still my girl.
Yeah, hold on, because I think they just broke Jeopardy. Post-argument repair suggestions. Gentle ways to reconnect after you've both cooled off. Try a playful check-in. That was a lot. Want to start fresh and hug it out? No?
And you gotta play hard to get because men love the chase. They actually don't. Anymore. Okay? They are not with the chase anymore. Let me tell you. Ladies, it has changed. Okay? And look, I'm not actually unhappy about all of it. It's been ingrained in us as young women that not to be too easy, right? And that men love the chase and that they're only going to want you if you don't want them. And you got to play hard to get, right? And I've always thought it was bullshit, honestly. I don't want to. That takes too much work, you know? But now it's gone too far the other way, where they want us to literally do all the work instead. It is unfortunate that both men and women are getting fed horrible advice, horrible information from both sides, that's really honestly pitting us against each other. Let's just literally treat both men and women the same, like how we want to be treated, equally, and I think we'll be good, right? People inflate this idea of like men and women are so different to be really something that it's not.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, princess. Whatever you need to hear to help you sleep at night. We're not different is what people like you kept saying for years, and all you have to do is take a look at the state of dating today. Sure, we're not that different when it comes to looking for a relationship. Both men and women want still a long-term relationship, but that's where it ends. Even when it comes to what we're looking for in a relationship, completely different. If we're not that different, why don't you ask yourself this? Why were men the ones always doing all the chasing, and by and large still do all the chasing?
Whoever told you it's cuffing season lied to you. It's not cuffing season, honey. It's actually a season where, for some reason, single men collectively decide to go to Thailand or Bali or South America.
Oh no, the audacity. Before we start blaming them all for doing such terrible things, let's take a look at what's there for them back home and then blame them for how can they do that, how can they live and just go to some other places to look for. Now let's just go with men and their audacity, and let me start reading all this list of requirements. IQ 130 plus, dark triad light, don't know what that is. Ephenis adjacent, between 6'1 and 6'3, gym BMI 21 to 23, beard, likes all my tweets on the inside, sure, goes to therapy out of own free will, because you see, men usually are defects and they need therapy to fix themselves for women. But let me keep going. Does everything I want? No. Absolutely. Cooks and cleans, loves plants, eats meat, has his guy friends, buys me thoughtful things, takes care of me regularly, can solve a quadratic equation. I would maybe know how if I knew what that was. Knows how recursion works, maybe can raise a dog. And she points out that she's not asking for much. So now, seriously, how can men simply leave this type of women and go for some other types?
If you're dating a guy and you're wondering if he likes you, when you tell him that you like him with shorter hair, does he get his hair cut?
No, absolutely not. If he likes bikini pictures, do you join a gym and lose 20 pounds?
I feel like there's so many single women out there that are just so scared. Like, what if I never find my soulmate? And I'm over here like, oh my God, what if I do find my soulmate? Because like the way my life is set up, it's just not set up for a man to like be in my space, right? I mean, it's 8:30. I'm on a heating pad.
Yeah, living the life. I'm convinced you guys are never going to believe this, but she's happier being single, and the only one thing that she's worried about is she's gonna come home one night and she's gonna have her soulmate waiting on the couch. Miss Cuckoo Bird, you're not gonna find your soulmate if you are happier being single and not actively trying to find one, right? But no, every time I see one of you going on TikTok saying how happy I am being single, no one can convince me otherwise.
I have a question for the men, the single men that are on dating apps. If you're not a man, you can keep scrolling unless you're otherwise and you want to see what they have to say. But my question is, why do you match with somebody and then not say anything? Genuinely, not even trying to judge, just a genuine question. Like, I want to know why you match with somebody and you don't say something to them. You don't reach out to them and you're not like, hey, how's it going? You just like match and then it sits there. I just want to know. All answers are welcome. All responses are welcome. There's no wrong answer. I'm just genuinely curious. I know the women are going to hate this, but this isn't for the women, but do you want a woman to make the first move? Like, is that what you're waiting for? Or like, do you just want to see how many matches you can get? Again, totally understandable. I'm just genuinely curious.
Well, fair enough, I will do my best to satisfy your curiosity. Just by looking at you and how you try to present yourself in this video, quite easy to understand the type of men you are matching with on dating apps. And those guys are usually too busy replying to 10 different other girls that are, how do I put this, looking way better than you when they go to sleep, not when they're fixing themselves up just so they can post a video on TikTok.
This is how you go from a 6 to an 8 in her mind.
So, there's no such thing as stupid questions. Okay.
So, Jordan, would you like to go first?
Do sharks ever need to take a bath?
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one. Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
You know what blows my mind? There are women that are genuinely convinced that you can be a miserable, nagging shrew, that you can be an insufferable witch, And there is supposed to be this amazing man that comes along and gives you the love that you desire. And I am telling you right now, no amazing man deserves a miserable shrew.
Damn, mama, that's just vicious. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't really need it to say it like that. The comment she was responding to was left by some lunatic who thinks she only needs to exist to attract a man. That will be one type no man deserves to ever be with. Now let's take a look at the second type.
If you're seeing me right now, you've been very tired lately and you just need a head. Whoa. You just need pillows to rest your head on. And maybe some head. Anyways, I got pillows and I know what I'm doing, but God, stop, I'm blushing.
And as for the third type,
Hey man, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I'm a girl.
I wasn't talking to you.
Time machine, definitely.
dump that girl right this second. In fact, push her out of the thingy right now. She did hear the guy say, hey man, and she replies with, I'm a girl. Then, oh no, what do you know, it wasn't your place to speak for your boyfriend. Throw her outside of that thingy into the snow and let her go find Santa or something.
You ever notice when a man has a beautiful, gorgeous woman on his arm, suddenly all the other women start paying a lot of attention to him, right? And now he's out there thinking he's turned into some sort of Greek god. And no, she's dating for personality this time. Poor guy's like, damn, everybody's checking me out. I'm so hot. No, sweetie, sit down. They don't want you. I hate to break it to you. They want to compete with her. Because listen, women are natural strategists. When we see a man with a confident, gorgeous woman on his arm, part of us goes like, what's so special about that guy? Is he loaded? Like, why did she choose him? What is he, right? And that's not attraction. It is curiosity mixed with a little competition. Because half the time, when another woman is flirting with a man, knowing that he's full-blown taken, she's not even really into him. She is just testing that woman. She wants to see if she can take what another woman has, just to prove that she simply could, okay?
And this right here is the reason why women should be in charge of armies. They're so good at strategy, they'll give you a head in front of your wife, they don't care. If that's not strategy, then what is? And yeah, sure, there might be a war, and so what? They'll put a war on pause when it's time to give head to some guy in front of his wife. But that doesn't mean they're not good strategists, you see?
Okay. It's not about love or even attraction at all. It's purely about ego. But the problem is that most of these men, they misread that. And then all of a sudden they think that they're so irresistible that they've unlocked some sort of God mode and they can have whatever woman that they want, right? No, honey, she just wanted to hold the trophy somebody else had for validation. Now, here's where guys fumble. They really start believing the hype. They start chasing the illusion of something bigger and better out there, and they end up losing the real woman that they had, the one who actually made them glow up in the first place. So here's a little reminder for the men. When another woman's flirting with you, knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not chasing you, honey. They are challenging her. And the second that you forget that, you're going to lose both of them. So yeah, hot. You're super hot. But she's the reason that that woman noticed you in the first place.
That still doesn't make you look better. It doesn't make you a strategist in the slightest, but not even look better. You're willing to steal someone else's husband or boyfriend. And yes, for not 12 weekends, stop pretending you're gonna sleep with him too. Does it even matter the reason you're doing it? Does it even matter why you're gonna sleep with him in the first place? Ego, trophy, strategy, competition. Regardless the reason, you're just a horrible human being. And that's pretty much the reason why married women don't really like having women like you around.
Ladies, if we do not collectively lower our standards, we are all going to die alone. In our beautifully clean, decorated homes with regulated nervous systems and all toilet seats down.
Oh, right then. See, her life is not miserable and she's trying to convince others something that she can't even convince herself. She's happier being single. And of course you are when your toilet seats are down. You're crushing all aspects of life, but if you have a man in your life, you're not gonna have your toilet seats down. I mean, why would you? Ugh, man, right?
If you have to announce that you're happily single every 5 seconds of my life, you're not happy. Like, you keep telling these lies to yourself. I'm a single, independent woman, and I'm happily single. I don't need no man. No, shut the up. You do. You do. And it's not obvious that you want a man, but you can't get one because of your mindset. Change your mindset. Stop being petty. Stop being petty. Stop getting the ick. Maybe then you'll find somebody.
Maybe, but no, they won't. Who, the toilet seat lady from earlier? What do you think the mindset and the IQ level of someone?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry I abandoned you guys. What are we looking like? Did I lose my whole audience? Oh, not really. Got some diehard supporters. Um, all right. So hold on. Who? Okay, so RMD. I can't remember who RMD is. RMD, can you say your age and gender and how long you've been watching the content? RMD. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over the Rumble. So let me drop the Rumble link real quick. We're gonna go over the Rumble. We're gonna go over Kendra G. I'm about to drop the link to Rumble. You don't have to sign up to Rumble to watch the content. All you gotta do is click the link and watch. It's getting freaking cold. Okay, I'm about to go get my robe. I just dropped the Rumble link. When I get back, well, I guess I could just end the YouTube stream. So hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already. We're about to go over the Rumble. The link is right there. Just click the link to watch. You don't have to sign up. All right, remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Be nice to people because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life, ever. So, yeah, come meet me over on Rumble. I'm out. All right, what up, Rumble? What up, Rumble? What up, Rumble?